I have been fighting since I was born. Against 2 queens who wanted to take my life, and against countless men who professed to love me. They all had designs on my throne for themselves. The Pope and half of Europe had conspired against me. However, my most fierce opponent was my very own heart. I was the Queen of England. I was the head of the English Church, and reigned over a proud people. I had led my country through the storms of a religious war. But now, I was facing the greatest challenge of my life. Spain had declared war on me. The leading world power was sending its tremendous navy to our little island. I had become too powerful. The Spanish king hated me and called me a heretic because I wasn't a Catholic. A 130 Spanish ships, all heavily armed, were bearing down on the coast of England. They were manned with 30,000 soldiers. The Spanish Armada. I was afraid. At that moment, I thought, England is lost. This battle, my people, I am only a woman. I only have the body of a woman, weak but proud. Men, for England. Is there another way to put it on? I'm suffocating.
Well, careful, you're weak.
My lady, your troops are ready.
How I loathe these wars. All the money, all the bloodshed. And then we don't know how it'll turn out. Can you tell me what is happening outside?
I can't see anything. It's getting foggy again. The soldiers are restless. I advise you to go to your men. They want to see their queen.
Your scepter.
Should our navy perish out there, only my soldiers could save our country. I didn't know what happened at sea, but I knew that my men believed in England, and they believed in me.
Put hands up! Eyes right!
I had one weapon that gave them courage, my words. I have come to you, to join you in the heat of battle, resolved to live or die with you, lying together in the dust, for my God and for my kingdom, for my people, my honor and my blood. I only have the body of a weak woman, but I have the heart and courage of a king of England. And my heart is full of hate to think that Spain dares to invade the borders of my country. I was only a woman, the most powerful one in the world. Until now, I had conquered every challenge, which nobody had counted on, not even me. My birth was a massive disappointment. Only a girl. Not a successor to my father's throne. Women were mere pawns in men's power games. My father, King Henry VIII, had 6 wives. He needed a male heir. Divorces, executions, he even approved the dissolution of the Roman Catholic Church. This made him an enemy of the Pope and Catholic Spain. At the end, my father just had 3 children. My half-brother Edward, who died early, my older half-sister Mary, and me. I was sent away as a child, to the country. Here I was to learn everything that behooved a royal princess. But that wasn't enough for me. I wanted to have the best teachers, and I got them.
Sun, Earth, Moon. Which of these heavenly bodies rotates around which?
As to Copernicus, the first and foremost of all spheres is that of the fixed stars, but the first of the following planets is actually Saturn.
Exactly how long is required for it to completely travel its course?
It takes about 30 years for it to complete it.
Explain.
Then follows Jupiter, then Mars, and the Earth, followed by Venus and Mercury. And here in the middle sits our golden sun.
I could speak 6 different languages.
Now, as dawn rose from her
I studied
towering
ancient
stars,
classics,
harbinger
mastered
of
rhetoric, and loved mathematics. At 15, I was better educated than most men of my standing. There was nothing I wouldn't excel at. I wanted to steel myself for the fight for England's crown. When I was 20 years old, my half-sister Mary ascended the throne, and my nightmare began.
Torture, burn, and hang them all.
Majesty, that would be hundreds.
All the better. This Protestant plague on our land must be eradicated.
Mary Tudor. She was very different from me. We had the same father, but different mothers. Hers was Spanish, mine was English. She was Catholic. I was brought up in the Protestant faith.
My lady, please reconsider. These are still your people that you are fighting here. They have a name for you on the street.
I know. I know that. Bloody Mary.
Don't you think that it is high time that we consider returning all of these lost sheep to our flock, my lady?
Sheep. Yes, precisely. That is a good word for these English. Stubborn and stupid. Just look at my sister, Princess Elizabeth. Is she actually my flesh and blood because she's the worst of them all?
I don't understand, Your Majesty.
What is there to not understand?
With respect, the people love your little sister.
The daughter of that whore, Anne Boleyn. She's plotting together with all these filthy Protestant schemers. Lock her in the tower.
She actually locked me up. Every day, I expected death to come. So many had already been executed. in this place. Like my mother, Anne Boleyn. I tried desperately to make friends in the loneliness. I pleaded for Mary to listen to me. For months, I tried in vain. Then finally, she received me. Mary wanted England to be Catholic again. And I was standing in her way, for I was next in line to the throne, and God knows, no friend to her church.
What do you want?
For you to listen to me.
Anne?
Why do you treat me like an enemy?
Aren't you an enemy?
My lady, I am your sister.
You've betrayed the true faith, you know that? And you want my throne, you bastard! You've united with all these heretics who want my life! I will lead this island to the right faith again, and you will not stand in my way. The Pope and Spain are both on my side, little sister.
I have never been part of any kind of conspiracy against you. I assure you, I'm loyal. I am your subject.
Have you suddenly become Catholic? In the tower?
Give me some time to better understand your beliefs. There is a lot that I have to learn. I beseech you, let me go. I will do everything that you ask. On everything that's holy. I swear it. I had learned to be a good actress. Lying wasn't hard for me. Her faith didn't matter to me. I wanted to live. She believed me and let me go. I moved to the country, far from London, far from Mary. From this remote place, I learned that she and her husband, the Spanish king, were expecting a child. But instead of an heir to the throne, she got ulcers. And then came the news that changed everything. Mary was dead. And suddenly I was the Queen of England. I inherited a difficult legacy, but I could have hardly expected it. The fate of England was finally in my hands. Unfortunately, I had to do it with loud old men who always knew better. My lords, a new wind blows in London today.
My lady, it is with extreme reluctance that I say this, but you are inheriting a poor country on the edge of Europe. The coffers are empty, the people divided by their faith.
Then it seems we've got work to do. I haven't made you all my advisors simply for your pleasure.
Yeah.
What do you suggest, Cecil?
Madam, since you asked so directly, please end the heretic trials. Release the prisoners. The people will thank you for it.
Yes, that's right. I agree.
Very good. Do what is necessary. And plan a journey through England for me.
But Your Majesty, these exertions, all the dirt, you are the queen. Thus I ask you, please don't surrender yourself and your health for these huge inconveniences.
My people shall see me. And I want to see my people, and every year at that.
That is much too dangerous, since there are still enough Catholics out there who want your life.
But don't I have all these great, strong gentlemen here?
Majesty, with respect, you just don't know these crazy people. Believe me, against them you would need an army.
You, Majesty, must not set off, but the soldiers of our army must go. If you will allow it, that is what England needs. A blow against the Catholics.
If I want to live, I must let live. And to rule, I need the people, my people. Regardless of belief, regardless of standing. It concerns England, not religion. I don't need any kind of window to see into their souls. I want tolerance. We go from Greenwich onwards to Dartford, where I would like to be received by Lord Cobham. Then we go to Eltham Palace, to Nonsuch Palace, and then to Glastonbury, where I would like to be received by the mayor. Then on to West Horsley to Lord Fine's, and on the way I would like to make 2 or 3 stops in small villages. Suggest some suitable ones, gentlemen. At the end of September, we will return here. It was on this journey that I came to understand my kingdom. England was dreadfully poor, the nobility corrupt. Everything was paralyzed. So it was as if time was standing still. My people were terribly uneducated. There were few schools, hardly anyone could read and write. My subjects were starving. I wanted to change that. Sheep farming needed wealth. English cloth was highly sought after on Europe's markets. I supported traders, merchants, and businessmen. Everyone who had ideas made England richer, stronger, and more powerful. And I supported the universities, for we needed clever minds to achieve all of that. I ruled with passion. It was tiring and robbed me of strength, but it was precisely how I wanted it. Everything could have been so lovely, had it not been for this one little sore point. Conde de Feria, bienvenido a mi nueva casa. Have you come to pay homage to us, or to declare war on us?
Majesty, I have the great honor to announce that Felipe, por la gracia de Dios, rey de España, las dos Sicilias, de Jerusalén, de Hungaria, de Dalmacia, de Croacia, tierra firme, del mar océano,
Spanish can't help it.
Archiduque de
Austria, Duque de Borgoña, de
Duque de
Brabante y
Borgoña,
Milan. Wait, that's
de
not all.
Brabante
Oh, Conde
y
de
Milan,
Barcelona, Flandes y de Tirol. I know,
Conde
I
de-
know.
The king is impressed and would like to propose.
Oh, is that right? What an honor. But I would like to discuss the merits of virginity for a little while. I'm thinking only of our Mother of God. And let us all consider the various merits of celibacy. It gives us the room and the time to rule. And that is my duty to this throne. I am the Queen, leader of England, not a candidate for marriage.
Majesty, that is your opinion. But if you don't have any children, who will inherit the throne?
But I am still very much alive, as you see. And until then, I would be absolutely delighted if the flowers of friendship between our two countries could continue to grow as before our little talk. You've taken a lot of my time. Que me perdone. I can't listen to it anymore. Isn't there anything more important? What is it that bothers you so? What is it with men? You're constantly after me like whining dogs. Why is he so interested, this king of Spain? That papist troll trying to impress me just because he's from Madrid?
Majesty, the king is waiting for an answer. His courtship seems quite serious to me. And a match with him would be very sensible, politically.
Am I on the cattle market? I feel like a cow being put on the block. Who wants to have this magnificent animal?
Majesty, it is about the welfare of England. About an heir to the throne.
Either I go to bed with Spain or perhaps with France. The main thing is that you get your heir to the throne soon.
Male and legitimate.
Shut your mouth. England doesn't need a Spaniard, nor an impertinent Secretary of State who dares to try and tell his queen whom she shall marry or not.
Majesty, I ask you.
I won't allow public debates about the heir to the throne. Careful. If you say that I am only a woman one more time. Tell the Spanish king that I will think it over. I kept the Spaniard waiting a bit. Before I refused him, I preferred to reign rather than marry, and to amuse myself.
So we would have these from Robert Earl of Leicester in blue. Or these ones here from the Duke of Norfolk in green. Or perhaps the pearls from Francis Drake.
Fantastic. These despicable pearls.
Aren't they pirate pearls, madam?
No, no, no. Without our little adventurers, all the pretty treasures would still be in Spain. And that would be a shame.
Will he be here today?
Francis? He who sails around the coast of the New World? I hope so, Bill. Francis Drake. It was a well-known secret that I profited from his piracy. The Spanish were seething with rage. After all, it was their ships he plundered.
I'm really quite anxious as to how long it will still go well.
Now, who says that the New World only belongs to the Spanish? The Pope. But who still listens to the Pope? A pirate? Certainly not. The main thing is that he continues to deliver my share on top.
So we don't want to dance in the same dress twice.
I don't drink, I hardly eat, and I don't have any lovers. This is my one and only vice.
And what is Robert Dudley?
Robert. If there were a man in my life, then he was it. Let us dance. Music! He was my great love. Clever, charming, funny. Unfortunately, far from my standing, and also married. Our relationship didn't only provide rumors for my court. The whole of Europe was yapping. Why doesn't the Queen have a king by her side? I had enough suitors. Philip of Spain, unfortunately too Catholic. My handsome Swede, Eric, couldn't wait. Emperor Ivan, a bit too horrible. Et voilà, Francois, my cute little French frog. Only you, Robin, my red breast, were able to touch my heart. Robin, don't be an idiot. Never.
Why not? You refuse everyone. Spanish, French, Catholics, Protestants. Rich, powerful, all of them.
You think I should bring all of my enemies into my bed? A husband who tells me how I should reign? Sons who want my crown? If I hadn't died in childbirth, that is.
If you don't want any of them, then take me. Elizabeth. Choose us.
My darling Robert. A queen before the altar. Before God with a stable master.
You're the most powerful woman in the land. You can do what you want.
Exactly. And I don't want to marry. No. I'll remain a virgin, married to England.
Do you want to wither like a tree branch in my arms?
I simply don't want to jeopardize my crown. Not for love, nor for a quick adventure. I won't marry. I'll remain free.
Madam, forgive me. I have bad news.
Don't make such a face, Cecil. Out with it already.
Mary of Scotland has given birth to a son. I don't need to tell you what that means. It is high time for you to look for a groom. Either you have a child, or we will soon have a Catholic or a foreigner on the throne.
Mary Stuart, my Catholic cousin, Queen of Scotland. For the Catholics, she was the rightful successor to my father. And now she had something else that I didn't have. A male heir for her country. For Scotland. I wanted to bind the country to England, but now the wind was changing. Mary and her followers wouldn't rest until she or her son were wearing the English crown. But then Mary's torrid love affairs ruined her political plans. One of her lovers killed her husband to get him out of the way. That was too much. Murder for love?
It would be wonderful if you were to go kill my husband.
How foolish of her. The Scottish nobility wanted her gone, forced her to abdicate. And what did she do? She actually fled from her own kingdom and suddenly appeared in England and asked me, of all people, for help. What should I do with her?
Why so hesitant, madam? Throw Mary in the tower. She may soon be sitting on your throne if we're not careful now. England's Catholics see their chance to take the throne.
Not in the tower.
It won't be too long before there's a Catholic plot against us.
We could give her a castle with all the trimmings and not allow her to leave it.
You want to spend money on this Catholic?
If we throw her in the tower, we will set half of Europe against us immediately. We must avoid that. I don't want a war. England is not ready for that.
Majesty, I beseech you, you have to be tough.
She was my enemy, but also royal blood, like me. Should I lock her up? Would Mary have done that to me? Place her under house arrest, befitting her status. Give her clothes, maids, everything that she requires. Whoever's well treated makes no complaints, and everyone will calm down. Those that can't stir the pot can't be dangerous, right?
Check.
But I had been mistaken. It wasn't long before the answer came from Rome. A Catholic queen in Protestant shackles. Even if they were golden, that was too much for the Pope.
Alleged Queen of England, servant of evil, heretics. Elizabeth is excommunicated, and I, Pope Pius V, declare her claim to the throne to be unlawful.
You see that?
Caution. Elizabeth will be beside herself, and then she will lock up all the Catholics, and perhaps you as well.
Come on. She wouldn't dare to do that. I'm the Queen's royal cousin, all right?
I must warn you, it may be quite dangerous. I beseech you, hold yourself back.
Why should I? My feeling is that you're afraid that you're not capable. The Catholics here in England are taking heart. They see me as their queen. They'll fight for me.
My lady, do you not see the danger in this? Elizabeth is now outlawed. Every Catholic has been called to kill her. Everyone is after her life. And Elizabeth can't accept that. Believe me, she will retaliate. I warn you, urgently. Hold back, otherwise, you yourself will be in danger.
Excommunicated! The arrogance of it.
We must react to it.
If I want to live, I must let live. I had sworn that when I ascended the throne. I wanted to be tolerant, and I was, until this day. Go get me Walsingham. I don't need a watchdog. I actually couldn't stand him, but he was the right man for the job.
Confess!
Confess your crimes and I'll make it stop.
Francis Walsingham. He had thousands arrested and killed in my name. He uncovered every plot against me. How did he find out everything? I never asked him. Was I still a good queen? Now I had blood on my hands. The blood of my own people. I had to do what I didn't want to. I couldn't do anything else. And I had to bear this burden alone.
I'm just waiting for the day when your spy knocks at my door.
Do you actually know how many plots there have been against me in this year alone?
I guess a lot. I thought you didn't want windows into people's souls. I always thought that you wanted to.
How can you dare reproach me for what I'm doing? You know nothing! Torture's not good, it's not. But to do nothing would be a big mistake, a sign of weakness. I can't let high treason go unpunished.
No. You can't do that.
Robert. Was that what you wanted to tell me?
Perhaps your henchmen are going too far. Your people are not your enemies, but Spain and Rome, who are conspiring with Mary, and she is the one who's behind all of it, this Catholic plot.
There is no proof of that. I had saved Mary from the tower, given her a castle and servants, and then this. Robert was right. All the time she was working together with the Pope and the Spanish king. They were all in it together, planning to overthrow me, or even to kill me. I didn't want it to be true. But Walsingham delivered the evidence. The coded letters he uncovered left no doubt. I had to act. Mary Stuart was put on trial, and she was sentenced to death. Just my signature was needed to send her to the gallows.
Planned murder is high treason. The Queen must sign the judgment.
Can't you encourage her?
She's agonizing.
My God, Mary must be gone. I don't understand this hesitation.
The people are also impatient. It is hard to understand why the other high traitors have been executed, but not her.
You do not behead a queen with the stroke of a pen.
With the stroke of a pen? There was a proper trial, and the judgment was unanimous.
I would have expected more diplomatic skill from you. What do you think will happen if we take this Catholic queen's head off? Then France and Spain will declare war on us. Elizabeth is clever enough to know that England would not survive such a war. And Mary is ordained by God, an anointed queen. Behead her, then all monarchs can be. Elizabeth, too.
Yes, that could happen. Therefore, we must be quicker, right?
What was right? What was wrong? That was irrelevant. It was either her or me.
Pray with us.
If you really want to pray for me, then I thank you for that. However, I am not able to join my prayers together with yours, because we don't have the same religion.
She didn't pray for her soul.
She doesn't have the same religion.
Please forgive me.
I do forgive you with all of my heart, for it is my hope that you will end all my suffering with one stroke. Into your hands, Lord, I commend my spirit. Into your hands, Lord, I commend my spirit. Into your hands, Lord, I commend my spirit.
Who dared to do it? Who deceived me? Which one of these damn advisors ordered the execution? I want his head.
You signed the paper yourself, Majesty!
But I never passed it on. Never! You knew about it. You! I had betrayed what was important to me. My royal status. My conviction. What would they later write about me? How would they think of me? Elizabeth the Great? Or Elizabeth the Cruel? Was I no more than a murderer? No. I am the Queen of England. And everything that I do is for the good of this country and its subjects. England is my fate. And now my fate is also England's. England needed me now, for Spain was declaring war on us. What should we do? They are superior in number, they are heavily armed, and they are seasoned fighters! We are not! And the Spanish Armada outmatches us. Spain rules the sea. To fight it on the open seas is madness! So what should we do? My lords?
My lady, but they are coming to our waters. They are unfamiliar with them. With the wind, not to mention the current, let alone the tides. We let them sail into the English Channel and then carry out our plan.
Our plan?
We load a couple of our ships with pitch, set them alight, and send them toward the Spanish ships into the middle of their formation.
If the wind is favorable to us.
There will be panic. They will cut the anchor lines, and the Proud Armada will spread out in all directions.
As I said, if the wind is favorable to us.
And then we attack them one ship after another. That is our chance. It is the only one we have.
Then we'll seize the chance we have. God be with us. Revenge for Mary Stuart was only a pretext. It was about ruling the seas. How quickly the world turns. The Spanish king, who once asked for my hand, sent his navy to destroy me. The battle raged just off our coastline. There was a nagging uncertainty. Then the cannons stopped thundering at sea.
Spanish ships?
I don't know yet.
Shall we bring out the cannons, Your Excellency?
No. That's our navy. Those are our ships there!
We have won! For the Queen! For the Queen!
England was saved. Spain had been brought to his knees. Now a new age could finally begin. Mine. I wore the English crown for 45 years. I never married nor had children. I was never alone, but often lonely. That was the price I paid. Was this price too high? I don't think so.